Hello! Welcome to How Obsessed Are You with me, Hetty Austin.
Myself, Sanjay Arif.
And me, Nathan Eagle.
We are three friends who met on the comedy circuit. When we met, we all realised that we like to get into things. We get obsessed with things quite quickly. We had little discussions about it, so we thought we'd bring those discussions into a shed for the purposes of you to listen to and enjoy.
I like the little changes.
Good, isn't it?
Little admin every
Every
time.
time you do it, you're good. Do you rehearse it before we come round?
I mean, I'm
Absolutely
convinced
not.
she does. I'm convinced.
Yeah, I think you do.
No,
in the mirror.
as if I'm...
It's too perfect.
No, I don't do that. We've had some lovely feedback for the last episode on Lindy Hop, haven't
We
we?
have. Thank you, everyone, for listening so much and talking to us and telling us your opinions.
Anyway,
Thank you
new episode today.
Very much. Oh, we have got a new episode.
We've got a new episode.
Nathan,
it's Nathan's
it's
obsession.
you today.
It's over to you. What is it?
What are you?
What is it? Is that who you're asking me today? Is it? What is it?
What is it today?
What are you obsessed with today?
Dogs. Doggies.
Woof woof.
Woof woof dogs. We all like dogs. Hetty, you're going off a bit, aren't you?
I do like dogs.
You just don't want one.
Not now.
I realise that I am obsessed with dogs.
Well, before this podcast recording, Hetty had to pick up like
A lot of shit.
5 shits from the garden. So
Yeah.
One of them was
And one
Nate.
of you oh, he's got it!
And the other 4 were mine. Wait! Can't help it.
Yeah. Didn't like it. Wow.
Well, all the poops.
I love
poops.
dogs. But
Yeah.
Well, you would.
Yeah, how are you
obsessed with dogs? Like, and
Well,
why now?
whenever I see a dog, I want to go and touch it and stroke it.
Inappropriately?
No. I want to go touch it, stroke it, say hello to it. I want it to like me. Like, whenever I come here, it's the first thing I do. Isn't it?
Is?
I
Yeah.
go to say hello to your dogs.
And they like you now.
They
and
like
dogs,
you now.
and they do.
Because there was a period of time where
Yeah, and
they weren't that
And
fond of
I've
you.
recently got a new dog, who is a Shih Tzu called Audrey Hepburn, and it took me a while to bond with it actually. But in the last, I think I told you about that. So
Yeah,
I was like,
I
she's a
think
twat.
You were.
So she's a little twat.
I've got a dog and she's a right twat.
Yeah.
I think because you were grieving for Humphrey Bogart.
That's what I mean. I was grieving.
Yeah.
And it's only because I've spent a bit more time with Audrey Hepburn on my own of late, and I have finally bonded with her quite a bit. She's got a very sweet face. I wasn't overly keen on her face at first because Shih Tzus have this squashed up face.
It's beautiful.
It is cute, but I like to see a snout. Like my favourite type of dog.
Nate likes to rub a snout.
I like a snout. My favourite dog is a dashhound.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how it's said? Is it Dachshund?
Oh no, it is something else, isn't it?
Is it Dachshund?
Dachshund or
Sausage
something.
dog.
People say sausage
I
dog.
say
yeah.
dashhound.
People say, but I know what Sanjay's saying.
Dachshund's a car, isn't it?
There is, but I know what you mean. There is another way that people say it.
Dashhound.
Dachshund?
Dashhound. If you know,
Dachshund.
tell them to comment if they know. And it's like they can't really comment.
Send us a voice note of how you pronounce sausage dog.
But yeah, so Dachshund is my favourite type of dog, and because my beautiful wife is a part of her business is that it's all of her business. She looks after dogs and walks dogs and dog sits. So I get to meet a lot of dogs and say hello to a lot of dogs, and they all want to hump me.
You meet a dog, you don't really meet a baby.
Dachshund.
Dachshund. Yeah.
Right, sorry.
I'm
I thought it
remembering.
was funny, but
I'm remembering that conversation we had in the car when I was like, "Oh yeah, it's funny because like Nathan's wife looks after dogs and your wife looks after children, and you're both the assistants to it." And you were like, "What? How have I never realised?"
Well, I
this before?"
mentioned it. This is how much Sanjay doesn't listen
I
to
don't
me.
listen to you, Nate.
I said it.
You
I
both
said
do
it
the same
numerous
job.
times.
We can't have responsibility.
Assisting your wives, but one's children and one's dogs.
One's dogs.
Yeah.
They're practically the same.
Nicest no one because
Yeah, let them outside for a toilet. Put them in a cage when they're being naughty.
That's it. Cage. A squeaky
But
toy.
yeah, I love them. And when we did a gig recently, didn't we, for Mr. Dan Stevens?
Oh, so many
And-
dogs.
But this is something. Yeah, there was some lovely dogs there. But what happened?
Every one of the dogs
I've got a clip of that we can put in as well.
Put in, yeah.
humped Nathan's leg.
Every one of them, and this isn't. And I said to you, this isn't like this wasn't just like a Devon thing.
Is that why you like
Not
them
just
so
a
much?
Devon. It's a partly. No, but this isn't just a Devon thing. This happens to me. Like, there's a dog called Spud, which is a Dachshund.
Yeah.
And Colleen, whenever she brings home puppies, they try to challenge. This is how much of an unmanly man I am. But this is genuinely true.
Set the pecking order.
They tried to challenge my alpha maleness of the house because I googled it.
Yeah.
And because they wasn't humping Colleen's leg.
Yeah.
And I googled like, why does my dog keep humping my leg? And Google said because it's like trying to challenge you. It's trying to challenge the least dominant person in the household. And that's what he said. I tried to do a bit about this. I can't get it working yet because that bit's funny, but I don't know where to go from there. But it's genuinely true. It's happened all the time. They always hump me.
I think it's because your Shih Tzu does it.
Yeah.
Humps your leg.
Yeah.
But
She has
a girl.
socks.
But she's a girl,
Yeah.
exactly.
Even the women are trying to.
And I found that really funny.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
not only was it a Shih Tzu, it was a female.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
humping.
Well, that's quite a good punchline, isn't it? Yeah.
But I did it in Devon and it didn't work.
Oh, did you say that?
Well, yeah, because I was talking about how all the dogs were humping
I
your
think
leg.
it's the language, Shih Tzu.
But no, they
and
found
she's
it
a girl.
funny. They
Yeah,
found
yeah.
it funny that
It's not
all the dogs were
punchy.
humping you. They found it funny that it was a Shih Tzu. But then I went, and female dog.
Yeah.
That's
Didn't
dropped.
get anything.
So I don't know.
I don't remember much from that gig.
But there's only
Nah, it
one
was a bit
because
dodgy.
we drank a lot.
No, it was, I drank a lot.
Free drinks.
Yeah, very, very drunk.
It was nice.
very
It was
nice.
Thank you, Dan.
I-
Dan listens. Hello, Dan.
I don't think I like the
Sometimes.
dogs there. Too big.
I loved that. Big dog was soft.
It looked like it was going to
He
bite
was-
your face off,
Yeah,
but
but
I
he
loved
was
it.
lovely. Because what happened? There
So
was a
gentle.
Rottweiler, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And there was a little dog.
A Rottweiler.
A little
Isn't it a rot.
Rottweiler, yeah.
Rottweiler. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rottweiler. Sorry. Yeah.
We're going to pronounce a lot
Yeah.
of dogs' names.
And there was a
wrong.
little dog called it a Chihuahua. Yeah. No, he wasn't a Chihuahua. What was he?
Was there wasn't a
He was
chihuahua
a
there.
staffy,
Oh,
wasn't
he was a Staffy. But he was like a bit of a sexual predator. But he was because he kept humping me.
Yeah, it was
It
wouldn't let me
really
go.
quite
But the
aggressive,
Rottweiler
Kept
kept
protecting you.
protecting me.
Yeah.
And that's why they were fighting.
he didn't
Because
want-
Rottweiler was like, he's mine!
He didn't want the staffy like shagging his snack.
Yeah.
That dog. There's a picture of me like it stood up, put its paws on my
Yeah, I've
shoulder.
got a picture, yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful dog.
But I love that
Beautiful.
Rottweiler.
No,
I
No,
thought it
I
was
don't
gorgeous.
like. I'm not a fan of big dogs because it could overpower you.
No,
Well,
but
it
I
did.
think they're
It-
soft as shit,
Do you
big
know the
dogs
story?
normally.
Do you know what happened?
Yeah, yeah, a goat.
It ate the. You know, sometimes
Yeah.
pubs have like a goat in the garden.
The pub goat.
The pub goat, yeah. That is like I grew up with that being a thing in Kent. Of pubs quite often having a goat. 'Cause it would keep the grass down,
Yeah.
and they were quite like friendly and stuff. And you could take your kids to the pub.
Yeah.
You could pet the goat. And they had one down in Devon, and the Rottweiler
Yeah, and
ate it.
everyone's going, oh, the Rottweiler's really safe, wouldn't hurt a fly. What? Fucking hurt a
It
goat?
hurt a goat, yeah.
So-
Well, that's the thing, because then there were a lot of people saying, you've got to get rid of that dog now. There were the other half saying, oh, no, wouldn't hurt a baby.
There's one point where the room was swaying a little bit, so I had to sit on the floor for a bit, and the
Yeah, I
dog was
remember.
coming over, and I was like, oh, I have to get up because I don't have
Your
the
face.
strength to.
The only thing
I look quite goatish.
yeah.
My little beard.
The only thing is, I find bigger dogs are always the sweetest normally. Like I think what Irish wolfhounds are so lovely.
I
Love
don't
an Irish.
mind.
Great Danes are
Love a Great
lovely.
Dane. Scooby-Doo was Great Dane.
Yes, he was.
I don't mind big dogs as long as they're in the right environment. They're not in like a little terrace house.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
definitely.
there's
And-
space.
The people that have them can control them.
Yes, but normally they're quite easily controllable. That's my point.
I just
The ones that aren't are the little yappy ones. Like they're the harder ones to control.
yeah.
But normally that's a lot of inbreeding and not inbreeding, but all sorts of weird breeding going on.
Well, all
For
the,
some of
all
the
the,
younger
all the
dogs.
pedigrees are massively inbred. Like,
Yeah.
it's kept-
Well, every dog is. Yeah, they all
Yeah.
come from wolves, don't they?
yeah.
But a Shih Tzu, my dog at the moment, was actually a dog that used to alert. That's what its job. That's what it was bred for. It used to alert the pharaoh or something of people coming in,
Really?
but they fired it. Because essentially it kept going up to them and being really too friendly
I
and
thought it was
stuff.
like a Chinese dog, Shih Tzu.
No, I can't think. Oh, I
it
might.
Egyptian?
I might. I know it was alerting like an emperor. It might have been emperor then.
Oh yeah.
It was
yeah,
alerting
maybe.
somebody,
of
emperor
high
or
status.
something like that.
We are going to make so
Many
many
mistakes. Never
about
mind.
dogs breeds,
But,
pronunciation, everything.
But that's why I don't think people should have border collies. You ever see a border collie in a house? It's not
Yeah, it's
fair.
not fair.
Yeah.
And then you see them in the field. They need a job. That dog needs a job.
Yeah, there's certain dogs that need a lot of space.
Yeah.
Like I love you. You know, I love dogs.
Yeah.
But I am allergic. So when I meet dogs, it's just and same as you. And there's always, I expect there's loads of people who are the same. Just want to go up and touch the dog and say hi to the dog and cuddle the dog, and I can't do it because I sneeze everywhere.
But I don't understand because I'm also allergic to dogs. So we've always had what we had four
hypoallergenic
Westies.
ones, yeah.
Now hypoallergenic, but you still get
They
it.
still
with
set me
mine,
off, yeah.
Yeah, it depends. I
I
think,
think it's
it's
just
some
different people are worse than others.
I cat sat the other day.
You sat on a
I
cat
sat on a cat.
on the mat
On the
in a
mat.
hat.
And
That's the end of my rhyme. The
I
bat.
am quite allergic to cats, and I keep forgetting it's quite an old cat, and it just needs a lot of attention and smoothing.
Yeah.
And
Killed it off. Kicked out the window.
I had a friend round.
I think something dark is coming.
No, nothing
put it in a
dark.
bin like that lady.
Yeah, you
No,
the
I
bin
looked
lady.
after it.
That was important.
I was just
I
saying
don't
that
know. No idea.
I had a friend round,
Yeah.
Boy.
A gentleman caller.
a gentleman caller.
Slat. No.
We cooked dinner. It's not actually a gentleman's caller. It's just genuinely a
Just a
friend.
gentleman.
It's genuinely it's just a man.
Just a man.
Just a
Just a
gentleman.
man. That was my friend. We cooked dinner together, and I realised I touched the cat, and all of a sudden my eyes were like
All puffy and
They
warm.
on
sting.
fire. And I was like, I'm gonna have to take an antihistamine. He's like, oh, I might take one as well. And then he turned around and he's like, I think you need to sort your eyes out. Have you got any eye drops or anything? And like all of a sudden my face kind of like blew up, and I was trying to be,
Yeah, I had that. Well, I think I might be allergic every now and then, but not all the time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I
It
used
can be
to.
irritating if it's like a particularly
When I was younger, I
dangerous
used
dog.
when I was younger, I used to do a lot of sofa surfing, and I remember falling asleep once and waking up with a similar thing, but my eyes were like bloodshot
That's probably
and
'cause-
streaming.
Was that after the teabagging?
I might have been that. It was that. It was definitely that.
There was one time I
funny.
came home from looking after that cat. And my dad, who is a contact lens optician, looked at my eyes and went, "Whoa,
I've never seen anything like that.
that's significantly
Oh, dear.
bad." Yeah, so that's why I have to have hypoallergenic dogs.
Do you like cats though?
No,
I like cats.
Do you like cats? I don't mind them.
no.
I used to lie to myself and tell myself I liked cats more than dogs, but that was only because of the heartbreak of not being able to have a dog. Because I've had cats and I was allergic, and I did flare up. I didn't realise until our cat died, and we didn't have a cat. I was like, oh, I can breathe now, but the cat would like stay away.
Yeah.
But as soon as a dog is like
It's right in your face,
my
isn't
face,
it?
yeah, start sneezing.
Yeah, no, don't like cats because they're just like they can choose whether they love you or not, and that's the problem with humans. I don't want that.
Yeah,
Like
dogs
I
don't.
kind of
Dogs just love you unconditionally, don't they?
yeah. That and I like that, but I also respect
A cat.
you have to earn a cat.
Oh, but I would be too worried to have a cat. Well, I don't think you should keep a cat in the house, but I also don't like the idea of a cat just being out.
No,
so many
so many
cats
cats get
die
run over.
I think someone
all
poisoned
the
our cat.
time.
I think someone poisoned our
It wouldn't
cat.
surprise me.
Yeah, because she just one day she just came in and she was acting funny, like
Yeah.
more cuddly than usual, and she just died.
Yeah,
And then
wouldn't surprise me.
she threw up loads of clear liquid, and I was like, I'm convinced she was poisoned.
Yeah, I bet loads of people do it.
We didn't pay for
Or
the
even
autopsy.
even if like that, you know, like
Buried
people,
her in a shoebox.
even if she ate something that was meant for something else that was being poisoned.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, like
slugs
when they
or-
poison foxes and people do that.
Do
Yeah,
they?
but don't,
Yeah,
don't
people
they
poison
like
foxes. It's really bad. Yeah, they like put out like old chicken
I feed foxes.
carcass and put poison,
But
rat
isn't
poison
it,
on it.
Isn't it things like the rat poison and stuff now? Because we've had this problem is that EU standards, it's not as strong as it used to be, so it doesn't. It's
Oh, yeah,
not as
they're,
poisonous,
like,
so that
immune
like,
to
the
it.
mice aren't.
And it has to be inaccessible to
Yeah.
anything other than a rat or
Yeah,
small
yeah.
rodent. Yeah, so it's always got to be in one of those black boxes. But yeah, no, I hadn't heard about that. It being weaker.
Yeah,
And so
weaker.
we're
Yeah.
getting like super rats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like mice aren't always dead. They're just a bit dozy and
Ooh.
stuff. And then yeah.
Stoned.
Just going
Yeah.
there for
Stoned, yeah.
just going there for a
Getting
little
their
high.
friends, like,
Yeah, come on. It's literally like a club in the
Yeah.
black box. Let's go in here and get fucked up.
Have you always liked dogs?
Yes, never been afraid of dogs. Always liked it. My nan used to has always had a dog, and I've always. It's just going to sound weird. I've always felt like it's just so much compassion and empathy towards them, to the point where if a dog dies in a film, it genuinely upsets me.
I can't watch
Well, I
mine,
have
me.
to have a breather.
I'll cry every
I have
time.
to have a breather. Like, even in John Wick, like the beginning of John Wick, the reason he starts killing everyone
Yeah.
because his dog dies, and I didn't know that was going to happen, and I had to stop the film because it hurt, because it's a horrible one as well.
It's a puppy.
And I was like, yeah, I couldn't deal with it. But there is a website that says that you can type in, "Does the dog die in this?" Have you heard about that?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it happened. What's that? The Last of Us series. I think it started then.
Yeah.
They started making a website that you could type in, "Does the dog die?" so you can find out and
Because
prepare yourself.
there's another website for video games. Is Can I Pet the Cat?
Yes, yeah, yes,
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
If the game has animals in it, can you interact
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
animals?
But what was my point? But
Did you have dogs at home?
I had one. That's what I think. Why I love having them now is that we did have a dog and he was called Mac, but he got put down because he bit me. And I can't remember him, but I can't remember him.
Were you a baby? Like,
I think I was maybe 3, or I can't remember, 2 or 3.
No way.
But I always felt guilty about it, and I didn't even know him because they
Yeah.
just told me. Because I remember asking for a dog, and they said we did have a dog. You put your finger up his bum. No, they didn't. You kept humping him. That's why all the dogs are getting me back. No, it bit me, and I think I kept tugging its tail. I was a
Yeah.
little brat, and then it was old anyway. I think
Yeah,
they did
yeah.
that, but it was one of the reasons why. I think.
wow.
And that always, and so whenever I always wanted a dog. So when I got with Colleen, that was the first time I ever had 2 dogs in the house.
I remember getting our first dog, Bonnie.
Was that a Westie?
Westie. We've only had Westies.
Only had a Westie.
I was very poorly at the time. I had whooping cough.
You told me this.
6.
I don't remember it though. Please continue.
And so I was looking forward to getting the dog. I wanted the dog from the Caesar advert.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then it just happened to be that it was hypoallergenic, so I could have it.
Oh, very good.
And we were getting, I was told that 27th of December was when we were getting the dog. And I was so poorly, and I remember going to visit her and stuff like that. And at the time, it was 101 Dalmatians was big at the time. I think that's when we talked about
That's when we talked about it.
What, the animation
it.
or
The animation. I was really obsessed with 101 Dalmatians. Mum and Dad were like, yeah, but we're going to Westie. It's not a Dalmatian. And
Can I paint black spots on it?
I was literally counting down days. 27th of December. Got to Christmas Eve. My dad came in with a dog in his arms. So it was a Christmas puppy, which you're not supposed to do, but it was the
It's
best.
fine to have a Christmas puppy if you then have that dog for life.
We did
Yeah.
have her for
That's
life.
fine.
yeah.
It's when people get like an impulsive.
It's
Christmas
the
puppy,
saddest
isn't
thing ever is when you see someone who's had a dog and they're moving or something, and I would never do that to a dog. I think that's an awful thing to do to a dog. It
But
makes me
this-
very angry.
What? Leave a dog behind.
If they not just leave it behind, but they just give it to someone else because they're moving, so they just completely like.
Can't do that.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can't do
that's
that.
family member,
That
innit?
dog's going to be so confused.
Yeah, but that is.
I've got a friend who's done that like more than once, and it's an awful
'Cause-
thing to do.
Because I love dogs, but I always found it hard to watch like Paul O'Grady's For the Love of Dogs. Because
It's too sad. I
it's
never
too
watched
sad.
it. And I
Never-
love Paul
never seen
O'Grady
it.
and I love dogs, but it was too sad.
too sad,
Couldn't watch
yeah.
it.
Never seen.
Even those Facebook videos, even if the story ends well,
Yeah.
and it's like, but it's just how it starts. If
What
it
it's
starts
gone
and the
through.
dog looks awful, I can't watch it.
Yeah.
It makes me
Oh,
too
when
sad.
It's all ragged.
It's like a really
Black and
like,
white
visceral,
footage.
horrible.
You can see the fleas.
Yeah, I cannot handle it.
I tell you what.
I just skip to the end.
I tell
Just
you
look
what.
at the happy dog at the
I
end.
tell you what dog videos I do like though is
Scroll
when
through.
it's like when like someone's been away in the army for months and months and then they
Happy to
return and
see
the
'em.
dog's like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
on
that's nice.
they're nice. They
We-
always make me
we
cry.
don't deserve dogs.
No, we
No.
don't.
Humans don't deserve dogs. They're so wonderful.
It's kind of amazing as well. You
love
think
them so
about
much.
that a dog was a wolf.
Was a wolf. Fuzzy Wuzzy
Well,
was a
wasn't
woman.
a wolf, but that's where it comes. That's nuts, isn't it? When
Fuzzy
you
Wuzzy
think
was a
about
woman?
that.
I was just going to say that I think the love of dogs has got more in the last sort of 10 years or so.
For you.
No, just in general,
For
because I
people.
think people like take their dogs. Like there's more dog-friendly cafes and things now. I read a meme the other day. It was something like, "There's no animal on earth that is more privileged or spoilt than the dog of a millennial childless couple."
Oh yeah.
Well, they say, don't they? Is it a trial run for a kid?
There
Lots
is
of
a
people
lot
that-
of people do
Lots
that.
of people are
Yeah.
having dogs
But that's
now
another
instead
bad
of children.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
not
there's another
the
bad thing where
same.
people do it as a trial run, and then when the kid comes along,
Yeah,
dog
but
gets left out, and I've known people to get
No,
rid of
I
the dog
don't.
because they got a kid now.
Yeah.
I see the other side of it. I see couples that are choosing to have dogs rather than
Instead
children.
of children, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what me and Colleen done.
There's that. Well, there's that too. Because
Our dogs were our babies.
who would bring more lives into this world? Terrible, terrible people.
And I love dogs, and I agree with your obsession of them. And it was my dream to own my own dog, because I live with dogs, but they're not my dogs. They're
Yeah.
my parents' dogs, Doris and Gladys.
And I love your dogs.
No, they're not well trained.
They are naughty
No,
dogs.
they are naughty dogs.
Although there are no bad dogs, only bad owners.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to cut that out.
No, it's fine.
No,
She
I
won't
can't say that
listen.
about your
She
parents.
won't listen.
But your dad will.
But we have established this.
Mark knows.
Oh, Mark
Because
knows.
they spend the most of the day with my mum, and my mum's got no control over
Mark
them.
knows. You know Mark. We
Mark
don't
knows.
blame you.
They listen to me. I
Yeah.
am the alpha of.
The pack.
I am the alpha of.
You've been humping them.
They hump Nathan's leg.
Sometimes I've only got to stand up and they cower.
Oh, so you're saying she's got a kind face?
Formidable.
Yeah,
Formidable woman.
I can do Miss Honey and I can do Trunch. What more do you
Yeah,
want?
you can do both. Yeah.
I can do
Honey
both.
Trunch.
You're
Honey
right.
Honey Trunch.
It's like a cereal.
Honey Trunch.
Nice bowl of Honey Trunch.
Please eat me.
Oh my god. Is that my new chat up line?
That's his. Hey,
bowl.
you
No,
fancy a
laugh.
bowl of honey trunch?
So I live with the dogs, and I love them, and I do love them. And Doris gets very upset when I'm not in the house. She likes to check on me.
Oh, that's
I
so sweet.
remember when my boyfriend left, and
Bang on about Jesus Christ,
she was more heartbroken than me. She kept looking for
I
him,
do
and she was
remember.
quite depressed about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, his timing was bad as well. For Gladys is the younger dog, isn't
Yeah,
she?
Gladys arrived 2 weeks after him.
Oh, after.
So
But Doris
she
was
was my
heartbroken, yeah.
breakup puppy.
Oh.
So it was my something to love.
Well, that is a thing. You see a lot of millennials now, when they do actually
Yeah.
have breakups, they do share custody. That's quite a common
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
now
yeah.
with dogs, which
Yeah.
I probably would do as well. Actually, I wouldn't do it with Audrey. As we established,
that
she's a
little
little
shit.
twat. No, I wouldn't do it with Audrey.
Audrey's lovely. She
I,
looks
I
like
do
an
love
Ewok.
her. I do love her, but I'm not as close. But with Humphrey, I could never have
You could never have left him.
left that dog. I loved Frankie as well more than Audrey, but Humphrey was he was like my best
I
mate.
think I have a favourite dog of the 4 that we've had.
No,
No, I can't, because they all loved them all separately in different ways. Maybe me and Doris are the
Didn't-
closest.
Things started off well with Gladys, though, didn't they? Because you were training her really.
I was
Yeah,
training
you-
her, yeah.
And then
Well,
she
yeah,
went
I
off
took
the
her-
rails.
I took her to dog training. That was the first thing I tried, and then 2 weeks later I went to Lindy Hop, and that was it. I was done.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Colleen's
My
been-
life changed.
Because your mum
Colleen's-
fattened her up.
Colleen's reading all these books and shit. So she's got all these books and
yeah.
watching all these things on Instagram. Never known a dog to be as trained as well as Gladys in comparison to like what Humphrey and that was. They weren't that well trained.
Oh, right.
They were good dogs, but they weren't like they like that because there was a pair.
They
I
did
don't
what
know,
they wanted.
I think if they're in a pair, I think
They're a
they do feed off each other. So if
Yeah.
one barks at the door, the other one's going to bark at
Well,
the door.
you say that, but Doris is more barky than Gladys, and we'll tell Doris off, and then Gladys gets quite upset that we've told them off.
But I don't find them very barky anyway, I don't
No, not
think.
really,
Not with us, anyway.
Horrendously barky.
Oh.
If Doris sees a fox, if she gets a sniff of a
Oh,
fox, that's
yeah.
it.
Because they don't
The
bark at us.
Evening's gone.
They don't bark
Yeah.
at me
And
and
she's
Nath at all.
obsessive. She says she'll see a fox at 10 o'clock at night.
She'll watch it, yeah. Or not watch where it was.
Eventually,
Yeah.
you'll have to put her in the kitchen to
She
hide
just
from
what
it.
they obsess over them,
Next
don't
morning,
they?
she'll get up and she'll go look for that fox.
Yeah, they obsess over them.
I have seen them go.
Do you
for
know
fox.
why? Do you know why a dog rolls in fox shit? Have you ever known this phenomenon?
No.
Well, dogs. Our Frankie used to do it. She used to roll in fox shit, and the reason is because when dogs used to chase foxes, they used to roll in the fox shit, so the fox would think that the dog was a fox.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's like camouflage.
Interesting.
something like that. Yeah.
Wow. I'd
So
never
I-
heard that. Also, I'm guessing several people will write in
So
and
that
say it's wrong.
isn't true.
Yeah, well,
Nathan is
yeah.
talking absolute
I
shit.
was right about the shoes.
So I love the dogs. I love all dogs. If ever there's a dog anywhere, I want to know what it's eaten, what its name, what's its favourite things to do. I love them. I love them, love them, love them. When I've done the beach hut, there's just Dog Central on it, and it's lovely, all the dogs. But I no longer want a
You
dog.
don't want a dog anymore.
No, I don't.
It is a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just
Can't go on holiday.
I'm too busy,
Make a rod for your own back.
and I just
That's
feel
what my
like.
parents keep telling me.
Like, and I've got friends that have got dogs, and they're like, "Oh, I've got to leave now because I've got to back for the dog." I'm like, "No, like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
live
What,
your
that's
life."
No, well,
I gotta go feed the dogs. Like,
So,
I used to do
I know,
that, but
yeah.
Audrey literally goes everywhere with Colleen.
yeah, if you can take the
She's
dog
tiny.
with you,
everywhere.
She
I
looks
think that's
adorable.
great,
She looks
but-
adorable.
She goes in like in a rucksack.
yeah,
Oh, she's
that's
got a pram
cute.
for her. I said that's too far.
No,
too far.
It's
It's
lovely.
too far.
No,
I
it's
love
too
it.
And a dummy.
Yeah. Little dummy.
Just
Got
gotta feed it.
changing her nappy. Yeah,
Bonnet,
yeah.
Put bonnet on
Yeah.
and a bib. A
Yeah.
bib
No.
that says "Mummy's little girl."
When Bonnie, our first dog, got old and really old and got dementia and stuff and kept messing herself and stuff, my mum and dad tried the nappies on her,
Oh my.
and overnight she pooed in the nappy and then didn't like it, and then sort of tried to get the nappy off and scooted all over the floor,
Yeah.
and there's spread shit everywhere. And my mum claims that she did not hear it or know of it, so my dad had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and clear all the shit up.
Dog poo is horrendous, isn't it?
Well, I don't mind dog poo.
You like the aftertaste.
yeah. No, I don't. I can't stand wee. I think we spoke about wee before on this. Wee's a bigger
offensive-
thing for me.
Offensive
Smell.
smell
Like
of
ammonia. The
urine.
other day, I was outside, Portsmouth by the harbour. I was waiting to get picked up for a
Yeah.
gig.
Fox
And those,
piss.
no, not fox piss, those toilets.
Oh,
I had to, it was raining, so I had to stand by the toilets where the taxis all line up.
Oh yeah.
And the stench of
Stinky.
ammonia, what's it called?
Yeah,
ammonia.
ammonia. Yeah.
Oh, it was gross.
you are right though, because a shit only smells for a little
Yeah, I
bit.
don't mind
and
the
then
smell of
it's
shit.
Gone.
Shit's nice
Unless
sometimes.
you've been in there after Sunday.
Meaty.
Yeah, meaty shit.
Like a
I
roast
like
dinner.
horse shit's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it was very different.
Cow shit's lovely. Shit in
Alright.
grass.
I wouldn't say I've got a hard on for it like Nathan.
That's got hard on.
I love the smell of shit.
But I think horse manure, it's a bit like petrol. Some people like the smell of petrol.
yeah.
I like the smell of shit.
I like to rub it on my face.
But not human shit. Human shit's too, too
Have you
gross.
heard Adam Bloom's joke about feces?
No, I haven't, man.
Oh, when he just goes on this huge rant about
I want to read his book.
God, and he's like, the main thing that makes him think God doesn't exist is that everyone at one time or another has a poo in them. And he's like, why would God do that?
Yeah.
What he says, if I went to heaven and I could ask, why did you
do
Why
that?
did you do that?
Why?
And,
Yeah.
And then the end of the joke is God going, oh no, if you rub it on your face, it makes you fly.
That's great.
It's really good.
Adam Bloom is so good.
He's fantastic.
Fantastic comedian.
My dad is trying to take my mum away for the weekend. They've never done it in their marriage ever.
I thought you was going to say my dad is trying to take my mum away. And I'm all for it.
Here you go, dear. Just wander out into the woods. No, don't come back.
No, he said, because whilst you're here,
You can
I
look
can look after the dogs. And I was like, yeah, it's fine, I can do that. And he's like, but it has to be a weekend when you're around because they can't be left for hours on their own. And I suddenly went, Oh,
you
no,
gotta stay
I felt
in.
really claustrophobic about
Yeah.
it. Didn't like it. Don't like it.
Because they're not the sort of dogs you can take with you, are
No.
they?
So they're naughty.
I wish
Naughty
I wish
dogs.
I'd done that with Humphrey. I wish I'd made Humphrey like a take
Yeah.
Going out
dog.
dog.
So I think
oh,
if
he
I
would have
was-
been a good
It would have
gig
been
dog.
Yeah.
so great to have.
I think
Oh, I love a gig dog.
I'm not ruling out that I'd never get a dog. I just don't want one now.
No, I don't think you should have one now.
And I think if I was going to get one, I'd just have the one dog and it would follow me everywhere when I live on a canal boat.
You know my favourite gig dog?
Mimi.
Who's his Mimi's? Laura
That-
Alexis.
Oh, no. Mimi was the French bulldog I've got a picture of you with.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
that
good,
was
yeah.
lovely. Yeah, Mimi. No, it's
Tina.
Callie Beaton's
Oh.
dog, Jeff.
What is
I
it?
think he's a little sausage dog, but
Yeah,
like
I
he's got
love
longer.
them.
And he's lovely. And he just came and curled up at my feet,
Oh.
and I was like, I am best friends with Jeff now.
Yeah.
When they
Yeah.
when they cuddle into you, it's the cutest thing ever.
Yeah.
Oh, I love dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, I really want a doggy. My daughter really wants a dog.
Because your wife was talking to me about it.
Because she always thought, my daughter always thought we didn't want dogs. Like,
It's
she
your
thought
fault.
that I didn't want a dog and Alison didn't want a dog and that I'm allergic. But I really want a dog. It's just that I'm allergic. But now she knows that she is chipping away. And she's going to win. Because I love them so much. She's going to convince me
I'd like you to have a
to
dog.
get a dog.
Yeah, I'd like to have a dog. What would you have?
Well, the thing is, we need...
Because you've got loads of kids in there.
Yeah, because we have child-minding children, it would have to be like an angel dog that's perfect with children. And the only two, really...
And you've got to not be allergic
we don't have...
to it.
I've got... Well, I will be allergic
Yeah, but you
regardless.
don't- you're not gonna get one that-
Hyperallergenic would be best.
Yeah.
The best dog would be a Labradoodle
Oh!
because of the hyperallergen
That's what Humphrey was.
and the Labrador...
What the fuck am I on about?
Yeah.
no,
Yorkie poo.
Yeah.
What am I talking about?
But the Labradors are so good with
Yeah.
families and children, but they need a lot of space, and we don't really have it. Even walking them, we walk. They need
Yeah.
really long walks, which is fine. We just don't have the space in the house. They'll just knock everything
Yeah.
over and
A dog I always
knock children over.
Yeah, a guy I always wanted was a golden retriever.
And-
I always wanted a golden retriever. Sorry, it's just a thing.
The dog I want now is a wire fox terrier.
What the hell is that?
A dog.
But I know a terrier, I think.
Yeah.
But
it's
what's
just
wire
I'll show
fox
you a
about
picture of it.
Now
And
describe it.
it's sort of got like it's got quite a prominent snout.
Yeah.
Snap.
Oh,
Bit
Nath
bigger,
will be a
bit
fan.
bigger than the Westies.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like got a Why don't you just Google
I
it?
will. But I like
Google
the,
it.
I like the description.
And I really like this dog, and I was doing a bit of research into it, and then I found out that this was the most popular dog in the 1940s.
Oh, really?
That
Hetty.
made
Nice.
sense, didn't it? That I would be attracted to that dog.
Oh, yeah.
I think I just want a dog when I'm living on a canal boat
Very intelligent.
in my like eccentric retirement years.
Well, we are taking our dog on the because we're going to the Norfolk Broads again.
Oh, we
you're
love
gonna
the
come back
Norfolk
Hampton again.
Broads.
Audrey's coming with us.
Audrey.
Well, I've said to Colleen, you keep that dog on a lead because
She'll
I'd
get eaten.
be
Fall in the
quite
water.
nervous about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because if they go in, propeller or something, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So do you think you're obsessed at the minute because you sort of found the love of Audrey? Like you've because you struggled a little bit at first, didn't you?
It's 'cause I still miss
Yeah.
Humphrey now. I cried over Humphrey the other day. It was ridiculous.
It's
Not
literally
ridiculous.
the only thing we haven't taken the piss out of.
Yeah,
Never.
Like,
I bloody love dogs.
you do love dogs. I love dogs. You love dogs.
I
Great.
love dogs.
We
Not
all
as
love
much.
dogs.
We all
Not as
love
much as I
dogs.
used to love dogs.
I love dogs more.
I love dogs.
But I don't think dogs and cats should even be compared. I
No,
don't
they
thi-
shouldn't.
I don't think that question of do you prefer cats or
I
dogs.
think- yeah.
I don't. It shouldn't exist.
Whenever anyone asks me what's your favourite animal, I always go, well, dogs not included.
It's apples and
'Cause-
oranges, mate.
Yeah, because there's no point even saying like a dog. I always
Yeah.
think of like what because it's just first of all I don't see it as an animal
Yeah.
almost. I see it as a
Companion.
companion.
I'd
yeah.
like a donkey.
Oh,
You want a
donkeys are
donkey?
cool.
Or
My dad had a donkey when
I
he
love
was younger.
donkeys.
My dad went to Cyprus and he was learning to speak Turkish, and his uncle asked him, "Do you want a horse or a donkey?" And his Turkish wasn't good enough to know which is which, and so he told his cousin, "Oh, I want a horse." because he wanted to ride the horse, and his cousin stitched him up and went, he wants a donkey. And he had a donkey, but he loved that donkey.
Donkeys are cute, but they can't breed, can they? They can't breed. I didn't know this till recently. They can't breed. Is it donkeys or is it?
You're thinking of pandas.
No, you're thinking
No,
of
no,
mules.
no.
Mules.
Is it mules? I'm
Yeah,
thinking
mule
of?
is
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
crossbreed, and you can't. A mule
Yeah,
can't
what is it?
breed.
Something
I think it's
weird.
just a horse and a donkey.
But there is something about a donkey.
Yeah.
There's a fact about a donkey.
It's like a horse and a donkey can have a mule, but then that
So
mule
what has a donkey
is
then?
sterile. Donkeys.
So a donkey's not related to a horse at all.
Donkeys are donkeys.
So what about the horse and the donkey?
Horses are horses.
So they're not related at all.
But half a donkey, half a horse is a mule.
So
and
a horse
mule
fucked a donkey.
It's sterile.
So what's a donkey?
A donkey is a donkey.
I don't think a donkey is a donkey.
A donkey
It
is a
is a
donkey.
donkey.
I don't think two donkeys make a donkey. I think it's a horse and something else.
A donkey.
A man. It's a horse and a
Horse
man.
and a man.
Horse and a man makes a donkey.
I know.
I don't think two donkeys make a donkey. Genuinely, I don't. Because a donkey's related to a horse.
Just Google it, mate.
It's like saying two wrongs
How
don't
do
make
you-
a right.
How do you make a donkey?
Two donkeys don't make a donkey.
I'm sure donkey is just
Lovely donkey.
its own thing. Why can't two donkeys reproduce?
Yes! Fucking knew it.
They can.
Oh. That's a clip.
It's mules that can't reproduce.
So, but what is a donkey then?
A donkey is its own thing.
So it's
It's
not,
it's
but
an
it
own
must be
animal.
related to the horse in some way.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
do not believe that it's not related to the
but
horse.
it's in the same way that
A
like
zebra.
A cat is to a tiger.
no. It's the same way in that a Labrador can breed with a poodle.
That's
A
just
horse.
offensive.
A horse can breed with a donkey, but they're their own species, aren't they? Like
So a horse can breed with a donkey.
a horse can breed with a donkey, and the baby will be a mule, and the mule can
Would you watch it?
reproduce.
I've got a donkey and a horse round about.
That's what Nathan Skinner. It's just this new money making
Yeah.
scheme. Listen,
That's his new obsession.
I've got a horse and a donkey.
Yeah.
If you want to see what they can do,
See what they make.
$5 you can peek behind his
but
curtain.
so a donkey and a horse
still on
make
this.
a mule,
Yes,
and a mule
cannot breed.
Okay.
I believe my understand from my one
From the
Google.
Google?
My
Oh,
one
yeah, okay.
Google. Yeah. This one.
People listening, are you one of those millennial couples that have dogs as substitutes for children?
Instead of children, yeah.
I wanna
think
know.
I'm all right with that. It's very environmentally
I'm all right with it.
conscious.
I don't mind that. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, just don't dress it up. Although some dog costumes are
dogs are
incredible.
Oh no!
Cute.
Some of when they're in little bear costume,
Like-
Ewok.
Ewok, yeah,
our
yeah,
Shih
yeah.
Tzu could literally be an Ewok.
If you put the little
She'd
like
look
sheriff
adorable.
costume, you know when they want.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They do
Okay.
look so cute.
Dress your dogs up,
All
please.
the
Send me
time.
pictures. Send me pictures and.
Where do people stand on when a couple and they're out and about and they rate a dog?
Surely every dog is an 11 out of 10. Every dog.
It's a dog, isn't it?
All dogs
Yeah.
go to heaven. Have you seen that movie?
No.
I think you haven't seen All Dogs Go to Heaven. Oh, that's a good
What are
movie.
people's favourite dog movies that they can watch and is enjoyable? Because I can't. for
Can't watch-
instance,
can't watch Marley and Me.
Oh God, there is.
But
Nope.
I could watch. My favourite film growing up was this film called Pause, where it was a Jack Russell voiced by Billy Connolly.
I think I might have seen that
And it
actually.
was like they worked out that the dog could have a little speaker, and that was like my favourite. I loved that
that's
film so much.
There was one film I used to watch a lot. Oh, Homeward Bound.
Yes, I was. It's
Yeah, I used to
exactly
watch
what I
it
was
all the
thinking of.
time.
I
That's a
love
great
Homeward
movie. There's a
Bound.
cat in that.
There is a cat in that.
And she's a nice cat.
Yeah.
But that's a lovely. You ever seen that? That's a wholesome,
No. That's good.
lovely, quite an old film now. I can imagine.
It is. Very,
That's a lovely film.
Homeward Bound is
Yeah,
lovely.
my nan had that. I used to watch that all the time.
Homeward Bound 2's not bad either.
Never saw that. I might.
It's
I probably
alright.
did actually.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did see that.
People listening, if there's anyone who is annoyed at everyone's obsession with dogs,
Yeah, I cannot get my head round a dog hater.
I
Like,
can't.
I can
And they are
understand
there.
if they've been. If they've had a trauma,
Yeah, I get that.
attacked or something,
well,
I do understand that.
but
if they've
people
been
who are
bitten.
just like,
but you
oh,
like,
I don't
you know,
like
if
dogs.
people are coming around, they've got to bring their fucking dogs with them all the time because they can't like leave the dog at home. I can understand why that would annoy people.
well, I just wouldn't have friends like that.
Yeah, but it's not the dog's fault, is it? Dog's
Yeah, it's not the dog's fault.
lovely. How can you not like a dog?
No, that's what I didn't say. I said, is anyone annoyed with the obsession of dogs?
Oh, I
Like,
see what
are
you
we
mean.
going? Do you think we think as a nation we're pampering the dogs too much? We're going
No.
too far.
No, I disagree. We should
no.
go further.
I used to say as a joke, I didn't like dogs because they love you too easy, and it seems disingenuous to me, and I thought that was funny. But if I ever met anyone who genuinely had that sentiment, I'd be careful around them.
Yeah,
I
there's
think they were
something-
like a
there's something
serial
strange.
killer.
Yeah.
If they've had nothing bad happen.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
them.
If they've
Yeah.
got no reason.
Yeah, that's different. But like, yeah, for someone who just for no reason,
'Cause there
it
are
wouldn't
people-
it doesn't make sense to me. There's something up with that person.
There are a few people I know, like they might have a neurodivergence or something. They might be autistic, and they find the energy of a dog
Too much.
and that's fine
Yeah.
because it's almost a misinterpretation of what is happening. It's like it's just in
Yeah.
my face. I need it out of my face. That's
much
that's
love.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's when a full-grown neurotypical adult is like, I don't like dogs.
Yeah, I'm not keen on dogs.
Watch them. Watch out for
Watch
them.
something about them.
There's something about them. They're serial
I
killer,
totally agree.
sociopath, psychopath.
Not everyone loves dogs though. That's okay.
Are there
not
people
okay.
you like that don't like dogs?
Watch
Watch
You know
out for
someone
them,
who doesn't
Hetty.
like dogs, don't you?
Who doesn't
No,
like
no.
dogs?
Some
I'll
people
cut
just
it out.
don't see the point of them.
They're
Unless
broken
it's
people.
really
Such a
special.
stupid thing to say.
No, they're broken people. They need help.
How can you not see the point of a dog?
They need
That's
help.
like I don't see the point of affection
Because
and love.
they think, oh yeah, my life's ruined now because now I've got to take care of a dog.
Yeah, I can understand the responsibility. Like,
Yeah, but that's stupid. Because just don't have a dog then. That doesn't mean
Still
you don't.
love 'em.
You can still like dogs.
still
Yeah,
love
yeah,
dogs. You
yeah.
still want to
Yeah.
talk to the dog. You want to hear its
Yeah,
thoughts.
that doesn't.
Yeah.
That just doesn't mean
Do you
have
want to hear the
get
dog's
one.
thoughts? I'm so desperate to
Oh,
know
yeah,
the
me
dog's
too.
thoughts. I just want to hear
There's
how
a
much
Dexter's
it loves me.
Yeah, there's a Dexter Laboratory episode where he makes a potion that makes his dog able to speak, and it's just like, we're going out, we're going out, we're going out. It's great.
Oh, I love
It's
it.
great,
Have you seen the Up movie, the one with the fly, the one with the Disney
Yeah, the
movie with the
house.
house,
Yeah,
and the dogs, all the dogs can speak,
Yeah.
and even like the villain dogs are still like good boys.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
You ever seen that?
I love the dog in that.
Up's a great film.
The
What's
dog.
everyone's favourite fictional?
No, I don't know what.
I feel like
Beethoven.
it's-
Beethoven.
I love the
Yeah,
Beethoven
Beethoven's
film.
Beethoven's
Oh,
good dog.
once
He's superhero dog.
I didn't know how to say a Saint Bernard.
Saint Bernard.
Yeah, I didn't know.
that how you say it?
No, Saint Bernard.
Oh, I thought you actually said Bernard.
But in the movie, it's Saint Bernard.
Oh.
And I said it once at a very posh dinner party in front of a lot of well-to-do individuals,
Yeah.
and they took the piss out of me,
Oh.
and I had to say it's because English was not my first language,
Oh my god.
and they felt really bad.
good.
And it is my only language.
So Nathan, how obsessed are you with Audrey, your dogs in general? Dogs.
I'm quite obsessed. I think I will be forever. I think when when my wife dies and I'm old, like an old man on my own, I can imagine myself having a dog.
An old dog.
As an old man. I think I will have
you're,
dogs.
You're
man.
going to go first, mate.
But yeah,
Yeah, it's
I think
probably-
I probably will die
probable.
first. The other day, I had a
Most likely.
Victoria sponge at 7 a.m. in the morning.
The whole
I think, yeah, I think she's got a few years on me. If anything.
yeah.
I remember when we went for coffee the other day, me and Nath, and we went in the coffee place.
You went without me.
It was when I was
when he was-
convincing him not
yeah,
to
yeah,
quit
yeah,
the
yeah.
podcast.
Talking to me.
And
It's talking me down for the bridge.
both of us, we didn't talk about it, but both of us saw this Dalmatian in the corner,
Yeah.
and we were both like, "Oh, where do you want to sit? I don't know, maybe over here."
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
over
yeah.
here. We both went and sat down, and then the woman went, "Oh, sorry, she will come up to you," and we were like, "That's why we sat
Yeah,
here."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We both sat there, and that Dalmatian came over, and she was delightful.
It's a bit like me and this morning in the gym with the nice man.
Shall I just go over here?
Can we squat here?
I'm just gonna watch here. Want me to spot ya? You should offer to spot him, and then you'll get.
I spot him
buttocks.
mile off, mate.
Right, we wanted to say a little thank you to people that have been in touch and sent us messages because they give us a nice little boost,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
they?
We've had quite a few messages about Lindy Hop.
We like to share them with each other.
Yeah.
So for a little morale boost, I
My
share the
friend-
ones I get. Hetty shares the ones she gets. Nathan don't get any.
Don't get
I don't,
anything.
yeah, I don't see anyone.
No one-
Yeah,
no
send
one-
a message to Nath if you
Yeah.
enjoy the podcast.
Nah, I don't want to.
No, people have been saying it to you.
to your face.
Purse one, haven't they?
My friend Richard said he was surprised that you didn't lay into Lindy more.
Yeah, we didn't lay into it more because I think, yeah,
It's
like
a
you
good
said,
thing.
it's a good
Generally
thing.
a good thing,
Like-
apart from my knees.
Yeah, apart from your knees,
Knees were bad
but
last
it's a
week.
good thing. It was a very significant part in your life, and I feel like you needed Lindy Hop at the time. You might not need it anymore.
Oh no, I'm really into it
She's
again.
but she just does it now because she likes it, not because
Yeah.
she needs it.
And I think we both find dancing, me and Nathan, find it really impressive.
Yeah, we can't do it in it.
And we can't do it and we're jealous. Yeah.
We could let her do it, but we don't want to.
And Lindy Hop, I think we did a little bit about how everyone's old who does it.
Yeah,
No,
but-
not really.
No, and they're not. But
No.
that was our only
it's a very polite podcast.
criticism. Yeah, but it's
Criticising
cool.
the elderly.
I couldn't do it.
No,
No,
Couldn't do that.
not that elderly either.
no, I admire it. I really
That's
admire it.
great. Keeps you young. We met someone this week and we were chatting to her, and she mentioned that she started Lindy Hop when she moved back in when she was 24, and she said, "Oh, I've been dancing Lindy Hop about 25 years," and we worked out that she was like nearly 50. Oh my God! Whatever vampire's blood she's been drinking, and
She
I
looked
think
young, did
I
she?
think it is the dancing. I think it keeps
Oh
people
yeah, it
young.
wouldn't surprise me. Yeah,
Christ almighty, she didn't look like it at all.
Good.
it's
I,
exercise, isn't it? In general,
I-
exercise. You keep fit, and you're gonna stay young.
I
Yeah.
cut something out of the podcast.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did you cut
I
out?
cut out when I was telling you how much I wished I could dance because I know that your friends will try and convince me to
You
dance.
cut out the bit where I talk about the shim sham, which is the like solo routines that everyone does.
Oh yeah, it
and-
being a Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were in the,
Shim
we were in the
sham.
pub last night, and
There was a
we-
shim sham.
We put a shim sham on. We put it on the phone, and there's a little video of us doing a shim sham in the pub, and it's like lovely. It's really wholesome
Sounds nice.
and endearing.
Yeah,
It's lovely.
I would hate it. I would just. I think I'd be sick in my mouth,
Yeah, my mate Dave
and I will.
filmed it.
I'll just die on the spot.
I'm a bit obsessed with Dave actually.
Right, Dave. Does he listen?
He does listen. He
All right,
was the one who
Dave.
sent that lovely message about it being like a language.
that was a nice
Oh, that was
message.
Dave,
Really
was
lovely
it?
message.
That was a lovely
Yeah.
man. What a lovely,
Do
eloquent
you know what?
gentleman.
That message didn't sound like it was from a Dave.
No, it sounded like it was from a Peter.
Yes, yes, Peter.
Yes.
Peter, lovely Peter.
Peter.
Yeah,
That was a lovely message, Dave.
yeah, thank you, Dave. I really,
Yeah, I
liked
really
it. It
appreciate
Smile
was
on our
amazing.
face.
It was a smile. It was really lovely if people enjoyed the podcast. Oh, I've got to apologise to Ed, who sent a message saying, because I apparently on the podcast said, "Oh, yeah, Ed never said you're weird." And he went, "I've never called Sanjay and Nathan
I've just
weird."
thought it.
I do not
No.
mind being weird
He
anyway.
justified that he agreed with all your things.
I like being weird. I think it's a
Yeah, I've never minded. Yeah, I've never wrong with being weird.
I've had lots of messages from people asking about Lindy Hop lessons, so maybe I'll do a separate video and
Boosting the
advertise some
Lindy
of
Hop.
them.
That's what
Yeah.
it needed.
I'll do
Yeah.
that. I think my favourite bit of feedback was from my friend Natasha, who sent me a message going, I was just listening to you in the podcast. Something made me laugh. And she knocked a whole jug of hot stock all over herself
that's
and
good.
on her rug.
That's what we want. We want to hear about
Yeah.
all the examples of people spitting out their drink,
Was she
Yeah.
okay though?
dropping
Was
something.
she okay?
No, terribly burned.
3rd degree burns, our fault.
In the same sense.
Thank you for the feedback.
Thanks for the
about
feedback.
Cutting
More.
down on Nathan's vaping.
Yeah.
His bubbly bubbles, coughing. Stop him coughing. Just quit smoking.
Got anything coming up?
Yeah, you got anything coming up, Serge? You been up to anything lately?
I've been up to.
I've seen you been gigging. Did you do a gig for
I did some tour support for
That's the
Deliso
one.
Chaponda. It's very nice.
Yeah, I saw some pictures. Very nice.
His audience love him so much.
Yes.
He has such an amazing audience. They're fantastic.
Is he
yeah,
on
that's very
Instagram
nice.
or anything like that?
Yeah, he's on it. He's on everything.
Give him a follow. What's his name again? I'll probably get it wrong.
Deliso Chaponda.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
You can also follow us on
Yeah,
Instagram.
follow us
We're all
before
on
that.
Instagram. So you can follow the How Obsessed You
He's got enough
podcast.
followers.
I've noticed though.
You've been doing some. You've
You've
been
been
doing some
stuff.
good gigs. You've been closing some gigs.
Yeah, I've just got some bits and bobs. I'm mainly doing more new material, so it's not.
Working on it.
Yeah, I'm just doing new stuff, and I'm very much enjoying it at the moment. More so than I have in a long time. But it is because
Nice.
I'm doing new material. I realise that's what I need to do to love stand up. Is to do new material as much as I possibly can.
Thanks for listening.
House move.
Yes. Thank you so much for listening.
Thanks for listening. What other ways people can help us, Sanjay? You're good at this.
You can share our podcast
Yeah.
with your friends. You can share it with associates. You can share it with strangers. You can leave us a positive review, but if you have negative comments, please let us know so we can improve on them, but do it on the down low. Like, don't write it in a comment
to our
that other people
face.
can read.
Yeah.
Someone done that
It
yet?
was too crushing.
Wait, someone
Yes,
done
about
that?
the
Yeah,
vape.
shut up about the vape. That's what they were like.
Yeah, but what, on a comment?
I can hear it bubbling.
No,
No, they haven't done a
people told
comment.
me
No.
about it,
I'm just
yeah.
worried about it.
I'm
worried
glad that
about
people have told you that. That means at least people are listening.
Yeah, we can improve it. We can improve it. So yes,
didn't sound wrong.
lovely reviews is helpful. The 5-star, if you can leave a 5-star review on Spotify, that is incredibly useful. Or wherever you get your podcasts, give it a high review, and it all just helps the algorithms share it with more people, and means we can do this more and maybe get advertising and maybe buy more equipment and maybe stop talking like this.
Yeah.
Do you want to say that like in a better way?
I don't know you've said it. I
Yeah,
just.
but I said it like a robot.
Oh, it's
Right? It's the
enjoyable.
algorithm, isn't
Yeah,
it?
the
This is what I
algorithm.
need you to do to help our podcast.
Just give us a like.
Oh, that was the other thing.
Yeah.
I found almost everyone who I spoke to in person who has listened and told me and said they enjoyed it, which is very nice. Thank you to all those people. Has said they just feel like they really want to join in the conversation.
So many people tell me that. They feel like they want to
Yes.
get involved. So how can people get
How
involved?
can we do that? I mean, we'll read. If you
Well,
send
if you
us
send it,
comments,
we'll read it.
we'll share them.
Yeah.
No, really, I'm so
So appreciative.
grateful to
Thank
everyone
you.
that listens. Thank you so much for encouraging us as just 3 incredibly needy people
Yeah.
and giving us attention.
Yeah.
Thank you. It really makes you think.
That's not cheddar. That's just some common bitch.